Breakfast Show. Welcome back. This is Expresso, and of course, we are ready to introduce you to some real talent on our couch today. You know, South Africa, we can't get enough of our next guest. Roland Geoffery Nair and the frontman of the acclaimed upbeat and lively reggae band, always spreading positive messages, man, through their music, the Rivertones. I've seen them a couple of times, and I'm gonna tell you, the vibes you'll feel today are gonna be perfect to get you smoothly into the weekend. Now, they've been working and rocking on South African beautiful reggae vibe type of music since 2006. And the ever-popular and well-loved guys are rocking up a storm across the country. I want to welcome you, Roland. How are you feeling, my brother?
Thank you, brother. Thanks.
One love. You see, that's the thing. You know, whenever I chat to somebody in reggae music, there's just like this peace. Like we just need to chat about peace, you know. In a world where politicians seem to have more platforms than musicians, what is the real message that comes out of the words that they use? Do we listen to the words strung together by individuals who have agendas? Or do we listen to people like you who have music that can be a vehicle for the proper positive message? What are your feelings about that?
You know, on the show last week, firstly, thanks for having us.
No problem, man.
I was saying it's an important tool because if you think about it, reggae really is the vehicle that transports important messages like one love, get up, stand up for your rights. If I had to think about a genre that would be best at transporting, that would be our genre. It would be reggae that, you know, can share that.
Yeah, it is good.
And
I love I love the beats as well, because, you know, while you're rocking your head and that sort of thing, you actually are thinking a bit about why are we not spreading enough positive messages, and that's the great thing. What was it about reggae that got into your blood, you know, very early on? Because I know that it's something that stayed with you for a very long time. This is why you're a master of your reggae craft, if I do say so. So what was it about the music that got you?
Yeah, I think growing up in South Africa, you know, as a person of color, it was easy to resonate with the reggae music because Bob Marley specifically was singing about what we were going through in South Africa, and he was offering us hope through his lyrics. One day Africa will unite, and, you know, also reminding us to get up, stand up for our rights. So it was easy to resonate with the genre of...
Indeed. There's some freedom to listening to certain lyrics, which is why some music was banned in South Africa at certain stages, you know, in our past. And I'm glad that we can actually latch onto that and feel the freedom in the music, which is beautiful. You know, just this is a sidebar, but I know that you've also brought in some Malawian talent to collaborate with South African talent. How has it been to really create unity on the African continent while developing the Rivertones and what you guys do?
Yeah, it's an important question because the guys, when they got here to South Africa, they've really been through tough times. You know, they were struggling, finding their feet, and they were not accustomed to playing reggae music. So it's been... I've had to get the guys, you know, onto that platform of understanding the genre and the reggae. And I've been learning so much about their own struggles and how they relate to life in South Africa. So all around, it's been good.
And, you know, you've been doing this for decades. One thing about reggae music that I feel, it's music that doesn't need to change. I mean, the lyrics can change, but I feel like the music is always going to be consistent. How have you been able to innovate within the reggae space to keep your followers and your listeners happy with regard to you producing the new stuff?
So I think it's easy. I've been listening to younger people, brother. I listen.
Oh, yes.
I listen a hell of a lot. I have 3 amazing teenagers. They keep me updated. So it's important that I stay topical as well. I have to hear what's happening around me in the world, and find inspiration from just life.
So you have teenagers, huh?
Yeah, man.
So TikTok, have they shown you that? I need to ask, you know, have they ever said, like, Dad,
oh, yes,
do you want to do a TikTok?
Plenty.
Really?
I've seen it.
Okay, so have you been on there yet?
I'm not going to answer that.
No, look here, I'm just saying, dear kids, get your dad on TikTok. It's going to happen today. When you get home, it's going to happen today. It's going to be great. No, but I think it's fantastic. And also, you know, your career, I mean, you've been around, you know. You've been traveling, you've been doing your thing, and now we get something like COVID, but then you get a message like reggae. You know, how has it been over the past 2 years, navigating that situation, limited gigs, but you still had the music? How have you kept sane, so to speak, to make sure that you can come back out of this whole thing with something fresh and new and still have that same energy?
Yes, we were chatting earlier on, you and I was saying that there's been many positives to this because I've had a chance to be creative again because we perform so much. I work with the band 6-7 nights a week.
Yes.
So in that space of COVID, we've been able to be creative and, you know, opening our minds to different things. We've involved ourselves in a government charity project now.
Oh, wonderful.
To NGA, my sister, big up sister Tina, She's helping us, and we're feeding struggling artists around Western Cape. So there's so many positives that obviously came out from, you know, those things.
Well, I mean, you're a positive person, and I know the Rivertones are positive too, and we cannot wait for you to take us into the weekend. A little bit later, you'll be hearing these talented individuals, Roland and the crew, making sure that you got the vibes, man, to move the coffee table. But that'll be a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.